internet, welcome to today's video. My name is The Hero, and today I wanted to just have a conversation, but specifically about Toy Story 5 and what this Disney fan thinks should happen. Now, if you guys watched my other video, I did cover something similar, like almost a year ago. It kind of went viral. It's like my most successful video on my page. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? But literally in that video, I talked about everything you need to know about the new movie. And since then, there's been updates, there's been things that have come out, and people have been like, you should make another video. So here I am. In that video, I described what my perfect storyline would be for Toy Story 5. Let's just say, I think Disney's solid, or at least the actors, because not only did that video do so well, I also posted a YouTube short, a TikTok, and an Instagram reel, and all of them went completely bonkers with views. Like, I think all of them got like around 3 million to 5 million views. What? Literally, I was going insane because I'm like, are you serious? This cannot be happening to me. Like, literally every single person that would comment on those videos on every platform ever was like, this is the most perfect story ever. We need it. Please write Disney. Why aren't you working for Disney? Like, Pixar should hire you. There were so many great comments. And I think Disney's solid because not even a couple months ago, Tim Allen was interviewed. And in that interview, he talked literally about my story. So if you guys missed that video, let me go ahead and tell you real quick what my perfect storyline would be for Toy Story 5. So as we know, at the end of Toy Story 4, the toys split up, right? We got the send-off, pretty much was supposed to be the last movie in the Toy Story franchise. But Disney knows exactly what they're doing. And literally, can you blame them? Because when a franchise is that successful, you keep making it. It literally makes sense business-wise. I mean, literally every Toy Story movie has literally made so much money for Disney. The toys split off at the end of the fourth movie. We thought that was going to be the send-off, but what if the last movie is Toy Story 5? The perfect scenario could be that Bonnie grows up finally, right? We see that, Woody is separate with Bo Peep. They stayed back with the fair. The fair travels all around the world. So the perfect idea would be like, all right, Bonnie gets older and she decides to get back into contact with older Andy, which I'm sure, Bonnie's mom has his number laying around somewhere. And the idea is to ask him if he wants his toys back before she decides to get rid of them. Because I think one of the coolest things that could happen in this movie is the idea that Bonnie outgrows the kid in all of us, right? And it kind of shows, I think this would be a great understanding of how the third movie was, where Andy grew up and outgrew his toys, that this would be the same kind of scenario, but she's lost the kid in herself, and the toys, she don't need them anymore. So I think this would be a cool idea to get Andy back involved, and perfect timing, because in this scenario, my perfect movie would be that Andy and his wife are pregnant, right? Or his wife's pregnant. I should reword that. Anyways, they're having a kid, and this would be a perfect way to get the toys to all come back. Andy's old toys, Buzz, Woody, everyone coming back for his kid, right? And him handing down his toys to his kid. Honestly, this is perfect for a real life scenario, and I think that's why it connects with so many people, is because that happens. You get older, and then your family will give you your toys, right? Your mom and dad will give you the toys that you had as a kid, and you pass them down to your kids. That's literally how it works. And I think that would be the perfect movie. And then in the meantime, they have to go back and Buzz and the rest of the toys have to find where Woody and Bo Peep are. They have to get Woody and Bo Peep back because the gang's not the same without them two, and they have to figure out where they're at. The downside is that this would be the adventure, right? You have to have a problem in the story, and the problem is finding Woody, right? Getting Woody back. And I think this would be interesting because them being left with the fair travels all over the world. They have to go on this huge adventure. It'd be absolutely bonkers, bro. But I think it would literally fit so well. And they have to get back just in time. Buzz has to find Woody and everyone just in time before the kid is born, dude. I think that would be I think that's awesome. I think that's such a cool idea. You guys loved it. Everyone resonated with it. Everyone was like, it has to be this way. It has to come full circle. The story has to come back to Andy. It has to give his old toys to his kids. It just has to work, right? And honestly, it's kind of crazy because that is literally Tim Allen's perfect story, right? In his interview, he talked about the perfect story would get the toys back to Andy. That literally is like the most heartfelt thing that could happen. It would be the perfect send-off for Toy Story 5. If this is the last one, who knows if that makes billions of dollars? Will they leave it alone? I don't know. But either way, that would be like absolutely perfect. I think that's like such a great story. Well, everyone heard about it, okay? And I think that's crazy to me because I was like one of the first people to talk about this anywhere. It went viral everywhere. You can't tell me Disney didn't see this. Disney, what are you doing? Pixar, come on. Hire me. Come on, I want to work on it. It'd be dope. And so when people ask, like, is Toy Story 5 needed? Yes. Yes, it's needed. What do you mean? When this perfect storyline can exist if Pixar goes with it? Yes, literally, it has to exist. I think it's even been confirmed that Andy is going to be a part of Toy Story 5. That should tell you that this is what the story is going to be. Why else would Andy be brought back into the story when we've had Bonnie the last two, pretty much? I think this is going to be a perfect way to close out Toy Story 5, and I think fans like us are going to go absolutely bonkers, bro. Imagine that feeling that you had when you watched Toy Story 3. I know for me, growing up, watching Toy Story 3 and being able to see the last time that the toys would see Andy was like so emotional. And I didn't think we needed a Toy Story 4. When Toy Story 4 was coming out and it got announced, I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then Toy Story 4 came, and it was actually pretty decent. And it was decent. It wasn't like Toy Story 3 amazing, but it was decent. It still was great. I enjoyed it. And we got another great send-off for the toys. It was very emotional seeing Buzz and Woody hug, bro. I'm telling you, like the kid in me that grew up on this franchise, the first movie came out a year before I was born, bro. So I've literally grown up with Toy Story and being able to grow up with Andy. It was just, So Toy Story 4 was a great way to continue the story that I wasn't picturing. And I was a doubter just like everyone else. And now there's doubters for Toy Story 5. And I'm telling you, this movie will redeem everything that you thought you doubted in Disney and Pixar the last couple of years. Because to me, I've enjoyed every movie that's come out, but there's been some hits, there's been some misses. Elemental for Pixar, absolutely amazing. I don't think anyone can ever say that was a bad movie. It was so freaking good. But then you have Lightyear. And for me, Lightyear just did not resonate at all. Again, coming from a Toy Story guy, that is not the Buzz movie that Andy watched. I'm sorry. Honestly, I would take the animated Buzz movie back in the day. That is the Buzz movie, because at least Buzz was cool back then, all right? So there's been some hits and some misses, but I'm telling you, this one is gonna get all of us that grew up in the 90s, that came out with Toy Story, even the younger kids that love Buzz and Woody now. My niece absolutely adores Buzz and Woody. She's 2 years old, bro. I think this movie is going to make billions of dollars. This Toy Story 5 is going to be one of, if they go with this storyline. Now, I'm telling you, Pixar, I know you see the dollar signs in Toy Story. This is how you make your money. And I think, honestly, if they do this, it's absolutely going to blow up. They don't have to give me credit, because who knows? People can have the same ideas. You know, I'm sure everyone thought this would be the only way that Toy Story 5 would work. Man, I want this story so bad. I want it. I need it. If we don't get it, I'm going to go crazy. I feel like, because of how many of you guys enjoyed this theory, this like of what I wanted Toy Story 5 to be. It just needs to come full circle, man. It just needs to come full circle. And honestly, I would leave it on a high note after that. I wouldn't even make a Toy Story 6. Because if you make a Toy Story 6, actually, I don't know. Because again, if I'm doubting it, who knows? They might have a great idea for it. Like, think about Frozen. That's another one. Like, Frozen 1 was great. Frozen 2 to me was better than Frozen 1. I know a lot of people didn't like Frozen 2. I don't know. You guys, what's wrong with you? Kids, maybe, but adults, come on. And now we got Frozen 3 and 4 confirmed. And Frozen 3 hasn't even come out. So you know They got a storyline. Disney and Pixar are not going to make something if they know they don't have a good story to back it up. And I think this storyline is the perfect story for Toy Story 5. So if they have something that's even better for Toy Story 6, I'll take it. I could care less. I think a lot of us complain about sequels in Disney and like they need to stop making sequels to movies. But sometimes, man, sequels get better. They're not always the worst movie in the franchise. I mean, honestly, to this day, I still think Toy Story 3 is better than Toy Story. I think Toy Story 4, for me specifically, I enjoyed more than Toy Story 2. So like, there's sequels out there that people are going to enjoy. So I'm all in on Toy Story 5. I don't see anything wrong if they go with this storyline, bringing Andy back in and having his kids grow up with the toys, and then those toys like Woody and Buzz and friends being able to give, you know, Andy's kid the same treatment they gave Andy growing up. If you thought you cried in Toy Story 3, if you thought you cried in Toy Story 4, you got a rude awakening coming for Toy Story 5. This movie is going to be one of the saddest Pixar moments of our lives, and I am so ready for it. I'm so ready. But let me know down in the comments below if you guys are excited for Toy Story 5. I thought I'd make this video because you guys have been requesting any kind of updates on the movie. These are the updates that have come out so far. I just know that this is the perfect story, and if they don't go with it, we're going to have some words, Disney and Pixar. Fans are gonna make an uproar because we're done. No, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys check out this video right here if you guys want to check out more of my content. Hope to see you over there, and until the next one, bye bye.